Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the FSS Football channel. And today we are back with another match preview, this time for Manchester United versus Arsenal. Now this is a huge game for both clubs, Manchester United and Arsenal, both obviously competing for that fourth place, obviously the last Champions League spot with Tottenham. And this game is a real, 6-pointer for that. If United win, we're right back in the race. If Arsenal win it, I think they take a big step to qualifying and securing that fourth place themselves. But how do both teams come into this game form-wise? Well, Arsenal, they currently do sit in 5th, so above Manchester United in the table, having picked up 6 points from their last 15. So not in the greatest of forms. However, they did just beat Chelsea 4-2 at, I believe it was Stamford Bridge, in what was a huge game for Arsenal. Again, they really needed to win, and they did just that. They were fantastic, and maybe this is an upturn in their form just at the wrong time for us. Manchester United coming to this game sat in 6th, so just below them, having picked up 7 points from their last 15. Obviously, coming in off of what was a horrific performance against Liverpool, losing 4-0 to them in what was a game that Manchester United didn't deserve to win. We were dreadful, and we play like that again today, we will lose this game and lose it convincingly. I'm just kind of hoping that we don't. When it comes to when we played them earlier on in the season, we obviously did beat them 3-2. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring twice, including a penalty, and Bruno Fernandes scoring as well. If you remember, it's also the game where Smith Rowe scored the opener in when Fred stood on De Gea's ankle. So, I mean, a real classic from earlier on in the season. And I'm just hoping we can, win it a little bit more easier than we did that game, but match the result. At least beat them and put ourselves in a fighting chance to get that top 4 spot, which we desperately need. Especially now we have officially confirmed Erik ten Hag. We want Ten Hag to have the easiest job possible when trying to kind of revamp this squad, and that's by giving him Champions League football so he can go out and sign the upper echelon of players. And like I said, that's only possible in the Champions League. Going on to team news for Arsenal, they've got a couple players out. Tomiyasu is a doubt. Kieran Tierney and Thomas Partey are all out for Arsenal. Like I said, Tomiyasu might be able to play today for Arsenal, but I don't think he will be able to. How do Arsenal play? They kind of play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. Ramsdale in goal. They have the fullbacks in, usually it will be Tierney and Tomiyasu. It looks like it will be Nuno Tavares and probably Ben White. Tavares will bomb forward up and down, while Ben White will play a little bit more of a reserved role at right back. Will at times go down the line, but will kind of sit and become a third centre back while Arsenal have the ball. Centre back's probably going to be Gabriel and Rob Holding, with obviously Ben White having moved out to right back. In the midfield too, we're probably going to see Granit Xhaka, probably most likely partnered with El Neni. Those are the two that played against Chelsea and did very, very well for Arsenal. And as a front line, we're probably going to see Eddie Nketiah up top, scored a brace against Chelsea. We're going to, of course, see Bukayo Saka, who's undoubtedly their best player and probably their key player coming into this game. Martin Odegaard will probably play behind the striker with Smith Rowe out on the left-hand side, with Martinelli coming on as a substitute, probably around the 60th to 70th minute to inject a bit of pace and a bit of creativity, and even to kind of add that goal-scoring touch to that Arsenal front line if they are lacking that with Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Saka and Eddie Nketiah. Now, when it comes to Manchester United, we are missing a couple players. Cavani is obviously still out, and so is Luke Shaw. And apparently they're not meant to be back until probably next month or the month after. Fred is a doubt for this game. He might be available to play, but we're not sure. Varane and McTominay are back in training and look like they will be able to feature today, tomorrow. And obviously Paul Pogba, having come off against Liverpool with a calf injury, he will miss today. And probably we probably won't see him play for United again. With that in mind, what team do I think Ralf Rangnick will go with today? Well, I think he'll go with this. I think it kind of picks itself. David De Gea in goal. I think Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot, they started against Liverpool. They finished against Liverpool. I think they'll probably play today. It's just going to be interesting to see which side these two play. Obviously, Dalot started at left back and Wan-Bissaka started at right back against Liverpool. But come the second half, when we went to a back four, Dalot went over to the right back role and Wan-Bissaka played left back. That may have been just to try and nullify Salah and Trent, which I think for a large part it did against Liverpool. Whether or not we'll see that again, we'll have to wait and see. I think Wan-Bissaka up against Bukayo Saka would be something you would want to kind of do. And Bukayo Saka, being a right winger, will obviously will come up against the left back. So maybe you start Wan-Bissaka there to try and nullify Saka. But we'll have to obviously wait and find out. With Paul Pogba going off injured, McTominay probably starts alongside Nemanja Matic in midfield. I don't see who else starts. I don't think you can continue to play Bruno Fernandes in that deeper role. He doesn't have the positional sense and the defensive know-how to play that role. So I think it will be Matic and McTominay. With Rashford, Sancho, Bruno as a three behind Cristiano Ronaldo. I just think Rashford, I don't think it was his worst game against Liverpool. He should have scored, but I don't think he was dreadful. I think he's going to be given another go. I think, especially if it is Ben White playing at right back, you want someone like a Marcus Rashford running at him, kind of making him uncomfortable, make him have to think on his feet. And I think Rashford is the type of player that can do that. So I think Rashford will start on that left-hand side. And obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's back after obviously the horrible news of his son. He's back in training. It looks like he will be able to play and will play this game. So, of course, he's going to play up top. For my team, I've pretty much done the same thing. I've started Lindelof and Varane over Harry Maguire. I think Maguire is in dreadful form. Should be nowhere near this starting 11 at the moment. And I think you look at the Liverpool game, I think he's at fault for every goal. I think he really, really is. And maybe not the sole fault, but every single one of them goals, I think you can look at Harry Maguire and think, if you just do something that a better centre-back would do, like a Van Dijk, we don't concede that goal. Whether it's just not marking your man, whether it's stepping out the line when he doesn't have to, leaving the space for players to run in behind. It's just mistakes after mistakes at the moment from Maguire. I don't see how he can continue to start games regardless of if he's captain or not. I think he's got to be dropped. So that's what I've done. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka and Dalot at fullbacks. Matic and McTominay, they have to play. If Fred's available, would you start Fred? I probably would. But I don't know if he is available. McTominay was on the bench against Liverpool, so he will be fully fit for this game. So I think you kind of have to throw him in there. And then I've gone for the same front three, or front four, I should say. I just think Alanga not in the greatest of forms at the moment. I don't think he's doing too well. I think if you get Marcus Rashford at his very best and Alanga at his very best, you probably want a Marcus Rashford. And that's kind of why I've gone for Rashford. I wouldn't be opposed completely to seeing like a Hannibal maybe get some minutes today. Or Juan Mata even. Maybe moving Bruno out to one of the flanks and putting Mata at number 10. I wouldn't be opposed to that completely, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, just about the game. Look, United need to win it. We need Champions League football, but so do Arsenal. It's going to be a battle of really who wants it more. Who's going to do that extra 5 or 10 yards graph? And to be honest, after that Liverpool performance, I have no doubts that Arsenal will want this game more. They played fantastically against Chelsea. They showed the quality side that they are, despite a poor run of form leading up to that game. And I think they're gonna be a tough team for Manchester United to break down. Mikel Arteta is usually quite good against Manchester United. Beat us majority of the time he's played us. I think we've beaten him once, and that was earlier on in the season. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on. I think we can win it. Do I think we will? I don't. I think we're going to draw this game 2-2. Now, if you have enjoyed this match preview, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Let me know down below what your predictions for this game is. And please do tune in for the watch along. D3 on my side. It's, of course, the early kickoff. So kickoff is at 12:30, meaning the stream will start at 12. Like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.